So your old control pad has developed stick drift and you've replaced your potentiometers or the side tracks and wipers, and you're wondering why the results are not great for your dead spot and your outer circularity. You've tried stick drift fixed boards or the trim pot fixed boards, which these are the singular parts they've got on them. Trim fix, stick drift. Oh, I can't remember what they call them there. Anyway, they are 1 million ohms resistance, 1.6, and the drawing here is a single soldered axis. So 1, 2, 3 pins. That'd be the 3 pins, and a double. There's a double method. The double method opens up the range. Let me just stick that there so you can read what's on the screen there. Doubles the range, so 1 million plus 1 million equals 2 million equivalent. Here is the value change of the average error through your selection. The total value of the 3x3mm trim pot resistance based on a DualShock 4 results of a factory pot, and then switching them out for these greys, which were sold as 10.24k, I believe. These are just my assumptions, they're not gospel. Right, let's zoom it out, let you read that at your leisure. Right, let's move that screwdriver for a start. I tried to do some maths on it. I started with the 1 million because that was the single one I had that was the smallest resistance change, because it's fractional. Bunny, do not eat my furniture. Get out. Ooh, animal tries to eat the TV and all. Get out of it. Right, back to 1 million with the star. It provides a shrinkage of the circularity on the control pad tester website. What is it? Gamepad-tester.com. I think they've just changed their name. It shrinks circularity in the dead spot size by 1.4 to 1.5%, and that's the baseline test result there. And then I've done some maths using 2 1 millions equals 2 million, and then I halved that value, so that shrink range is reduced again. If you choose the wrong resistance potentiometer sides when you refit them, if they are a lower resistance than the ones you've already got in your pad, you're not going to reach the 100% circularity and get full acceleration, turn, steering, look rate, whatever you want to do in your Call of Duty or your car games and your camera rotation. You're just not going to get the 100% range. You need a higher resistance or the same, but higher is better if you want to trim them back with added 3x3mm trim pots. And this is the second version of this sheet that I tried to do, because it's extremely complicated. Now you've seen that. Extremely right, zoom out. Extremely complicated. The pairings, you can go 1 million plus 1 million, 1 million plus 500k, and you get an offset. You can offset your resistance on your pots, but because they're soldered with a V piece of wire in the middle, you can shunt it left and right across the range. So you can shunt the circularity can shrink one side or the other, and the dead spot will shift up and down, offset. But because you can screwdriver actuate both sides, you can open them right out and then shrink one side or the other to shunt it back to the center. And then you can reduce the overall length of the circuit to shrink it that little bit more. It can get complicated. A raw pot is like 21.8% with no case on top. The total average error value, and then half of that is about 10.9% on DualShock 4. And this was very complicated, this one. So I got rid of it. I just end on the other sheet. This is the sheet you want. You want to pause that one. It's for selecting the trim pot resistance value compared to what your current controller is reading on its raw pots with no trim pots on it. So your average error, and then you shrink it by the set amount on that right hand column. Hopefully that'll help you out.